Daf Chof Tes, the Mishnah. We're going to begin on Daf Chof Ches on base. So the Mishnah called over Sheisav. If one finds any living being that works and generates enough revenue to cover the cost of the food that it eats, it shall work and eat while in the finder's possession. And any living being that does not work, but it does eat, you shall be sold. As it says, you should return it to him, which means see how best to return it to him. What shall be done with the money received for the sale of the animal? Rabbi Tarfon says the finder may use it. And therefore, if he lost the money, he has to pay the restitution. Rabbi Kiva says he may not use the money. Therefore, if he loses it, he's not chayav to make restitution. Now, the Mishnah teaches an animal that generates enough revenue to cover the cost of the food that it eats shall work and eat while it will find its possession. The Gemara says, and must he cure for the animal forever? Or for 12 months. Any living being that works and generates enough food to cover the cost of food and it eats, for example, like a cow and a donkey, so at top of them, he has to tend to them for 12 months, and afterwards, when assesses their value, sells them and places the money outside the owner. If one finds calves and foals, he has to tend 3 months to them, and as they do not earn their keep. Afterwards, when assesses their value, sells them and places the money for the owner. If one finds geese or roosters, he tends them for 30 days. And places the money aside for the owner. The chicken is like a large domesticated animal. A chicken, not a large domesticated animal. He has to tend for 12 months. From that onwards, one assesses their value. Geese and roosters, anything that costs more to tend to them, and the revenue generated by them, they have to tend to them for 3 days. Afterwards, he places the money aside from the owner. You can ask a question, all of them, because it says different amount of times that you have to different amount of months. So more answers. It's not a question. The ruling that the first brayso that the finder keeps them for 3 months is referring to that graze in the pasture, and the second brayso that the finder keeps them for 30 days is referring to the calves and foals that need to be fattened, and if it require greater exertion on the part of the one who finds them. Not a question. The rule that the first price that the finder keeps them for 30 days is referring to large geese, roosters, and which do not require great exertion. That ruling, the second price that the finder keeps them for 3 days is referring to small geese and roosters. And any living being that does not work, it says, shall return to him, especially if to see how best to return it to him. Meaning that one shall not fee the value of the calf, the lost calves that he is tending. Nor the value of the foals, the lost foals that he's attending. And the Mishnah says, the word says this. There's no argument, only in the case where he finds the use of the money. But in the case where the finder did not use the money, if he loses it, potter is potter. Frankly, more limited to the Rabbi Yosef. Shall we say there's a tiyuf to the Rabbi Yosef? Why did Rashemer Aveda? Says Rashemer says in regards to a shamer charged with safeguarding the lost item, Rabbi says it's Geshemer Chinam, and Rabbi Yosef says Geshemer Sacher. So we see. So in the Mishnah teaches that if the finder did not use the money, everyone agrees that he is potter from paying restitution for his loss. So he said the statement of Rabbi Yosef. Rabbi Yosef says the beginning of Aveda, Kulam alei pligi dechayev, ki pligi is be'unsin disheil. circumstances beyond the control. Tafra says, Charlotte Abel Shtama will go by. The Chum permitted him to use the money, and Rabbi Shel Alayu, and he's there for the borrower with regard to it. But the Rikiva says, Charlotte Abel Shtama Shishi Bikabayu. The Chacham did not permit him to use the money. He's there for not a borrower with regard to it. Why do I need the statement that Rabbi Kiva said? He may not use the case, therefore. So he says like this, I'm not arguing in the case over here. That's what he says. Why? Because I would think and B'nei Baveda is Mechayek Mashmalan, the Fika, the Hashlam, the Yishtamak Besh, ever circle they have Mechayek B'nei Baveda. Now that you said they may not use the money, he's not paid like the Shemer, he's not Chayav to pay restitution in the cases of a lost of death. The Yamash beginning Baveda, the Kolam, the Chayav, Kivivos, and the Shale. What do they disagree? The circumstances beyond this control. My Lefika, the Rebbe Kiva, the Fika, the Rebbe Kiva. Acham with the Misti is taught that what? The Rebbe Kiva, the Yishtamak Behen. We not use it. But I dine at the Kiva left down real now shell who have in a fabric use. So the figure of the Kiva law. They may show the figure of the Kiva. Figure of the Mazar from Lamli is it says something about doing the shell of the Brother Shabbat Bigabayo. Since the Chacham permitted the use of money, the man the Shtamish Bigabayo the Chabech use his legal status is like that of one who actually used it, and therefore he's chayav to pay restitution. And one of Avduk Tani says he lost. He did have it. Amarava Nignu Listim Izrian. So, of the Shtav B'Sfinasa, what does it mean that it's sank the sea? Read the Mishma, Allah Khalib B'Tarfin. Biyad Rachva V'lei, Amin Hani Zuzi Diasmi. With these dinners that belong to orphans that were in possession of Rahab. Asta Gamay to Rabbi Yosef, Amalei Malish Tamashu Davayo. Amalei Achim Rabbi, the Mishma, Allah Khalib B'Tarfin. Amalei Abaya, V'lavet, Malam, Rav Chabam, Ravon, Lishanala, B'dmi Aveda, Rev B'Taraf B'Ahen. Is it but in the case that he lost the coin, but did not exert himself. Go as they did not allow me to permit the use of these dinners. If one found scrolls, he reads them every 30 days in order to ventilate them and prevent mold. If he doesn't know how to read, he just rolls them. Should not study in them for the first time, as he would leave the scroll exposed in the ear for a lengthy period, thereby causing damage. And another person shall not read the scroll with him. If he found the garment, once in 30 days and he spreads it out for its sake, but not for his own prestige. Because if one found silver vessels or copper vessels, he may use them for his own sake. And not use them to the extent to roll them. He should not touch them until the oven comes. If one found a sack or a basket or any other item that's not typical matter to take, he should not take it. One found this tefillin in the marketplace, he assesses their value and immediately places the money aside. Ravina asked the question, what's the svarim? One found svarim could have been the bear, made the Grisville and Greenland in shown the Meir Manichan. It's mashma he may not. We don't assess it. Rabbiya tefillin bar chavul mishpach shiri is from the shlichi. Tefillin are available at the house of bar chavul, where they are produced in large quantities. The scrolls are not available. If one borrows a sefer from another, that person may not lend it to another. Basically, he may open it and read it. As long as there's a study, but another person shall not read the scroll with him. In the case one posits the sefer with another, he rolls it every 12 months. He may open it and read it. Then also, both of them are shtemas of chiddush. If a person borrows a friend's sefer from his friend, why specifically is it? After the kol milibnam, it goes on everybody. A person says, I'm happy that you're doing a mitzvah with my sefer. We don't say that. It says, may open and read it. Obviously, what else is he doing with it? Why did he borrow it? says save it for the end. We'll actually not study the first time. No matter what is the shemer doing with it. If it is for himself that he opened it, didn't you say that the previous passage he may open it and read it? If when he is willing to save it to mentally opens it and reads it, mutter. However, if it is for himself that he opened it, it's also simple like this. 3 days. Now the Gemara says, it says you're not allowed to read a passage and review it. You should not read a passage and translate it. And you're not open more than 3 columns at a time. They grow the 3 should not read it together, which contradicts the ruling of the Mishnah. It depends, or the 2 or 3 fitting. 2 matters, and yes, each is obviously in the process of progress. So the other, he may pull the scroll closer to improve the vantage point. If he found a garment, he shakes it once to 30 days. The member of the Neir Malali, is this to say that shaking garment is beneficial for it? Bechna says that Mishiyish Amar Bechanan Mishiyish the guy the Basech Beisai. If one accesses a skilled weaver in the house, he may shake the garment every day, as the weaver can replace the damaged garment with the new ones. They said every day kasher is harmful. If it's by hand or with a stick. The case where it shakes the garment made of wool, and that's the Rabbi Yechanan, who rules that shaking the garment causes damage. That's referring to linen.